Absolutely not. As long as you have a bill like the Anderson bill, which doesn't limit the amount that can be spent, but limits the amount that an individual can contribute. And that way you further broaden the process, further broaden the participation. Because why does a guy want to give $50 when he knows Clement Stone is giving $7 million? And do what everyone from Ezra Weitzman to the man on the street knows would result in the immediate death of the hostages by some use of major military force. I think there's a logical progression, and I think it will result in the release of the hostages, but I have no crystal ball. God only knows. Favorites in South Africa. Damn it, we have favorites in South Africa. The favorites in South Africa are the people who are being repressed by that ugly white regime. We have favorites. Our loyalty is not to South Africa, it's to South Africans. And the South Africans are majority black, and they are being excoriated. It is not to some stupid puppet government over there.
Vacancy that would occur in the full throes of an election year. It is my view that if the president goes the way of Presidents Fillmore and Johnson and presses an election year nomination, the Senate Judiciary Committee should seriously consider not scheduling confirmation hearings on the nomination.
Which I will get to. But as you know from our first meeting, I have a fairly, well, I won't say fairly, I have a very strong view relating to the matter to which you spoke last, and that is the hiring of undocumented workers by you and your husband.
For all the help and information they gave my staff and me over the last 6 months in trying to figure out how we in the government could work with the private industry in the country to make life better for all of you kids down the road. And I realize some of you aren't kids, some of you are almost grown young women sitting over there, so
So are you sorry you weren't up there yourself, or you were relieved?
Oh, I couldn't have done as well as Clinton by a long shot. He did a first-rate job tonight. I think if someone had been had amnesia the last 4 years and came back and tuned this in, they'd assume it was a two-person race, Clinton and Perot. I mean, I was dumbfounded. The president, he wasn't even in it. I mean, he didn't get it. Doesn't understand.
Phone calls to know what you're doing. If I know every single phone call you made, I'm able to determine every single person you talk to. I can get a pattern about your life that is very, very intrusive. And the real question here is, what do they do with this information that they collect that does not have anything to do with Al-Qaeda? There's a whole deal when you talk about this kind of stuff.
Thank you very much. You know, folks, my dad used to have an expression. He'd say, a father knows he's a success when he turns and looks at his son or daughter and know that they turned out better than he did. I'm a success. I'm a hell of a success.
The Obama-Biden administration has no doubt about the need for and strongly supports a vibrant European Union. We believe it's absolutely essential to American prosperity and long-term security. So have
In that corner as well. And sorry, guys, a cappella is not better than rock and roll. And your pundits are better than Washington pundits, although I've noticed neither has any shame at all. And all roads lead to Toads? Give me a break.
I'm delighted to be here, and I'm here because of the incredible work all of you do, and my family and I have been an incredible beneficiary of hospice, more than I'd like to acknowledge. But I also am here because of my friend.
the current president has cloaked American darkness for much too long. Too much anger, too much fear, too much division. Here and now, I give you my word. If you entrust me with the presidency, I will draw on the best of us, not the worst. I will be an ally of the light, not the darkness. It's time for us, for we the people, to come together. Hello, all the participants in tonight's event. It's humbling to stand here in this place in front of these sacred words, humbling out of respect to President Lincoln and the office we now share.
What must be what? What must be what? What must be what? What must be what?
If it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot done. And
this conference is one of the most important meetings in history. You have the chance to make decisions and reach agreements which will affect the lives of generations to come. You are in a position of extraordinary power. You can change forever the trajectory we are on. You can make a world that is once again full of hope, not fear. This is my message from Earth to come. On behalf of We the 15, I ask you.
guess what? The first frost, you know what was happening? It had to put on their windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer. And why?
Mr. President, thank you. At the end of such a momentous event, the word thank you seems kind of inadequate, but for all the millions whose lives will be saved, for the communities where life will be transformed, thank you. So thank you, President Biden, for your outstanding leadership.
House photographer would come up, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to stand. I usually shake everybody's hand, but I'm going to stand in front of each section. No, I really mean it. And if you can see the camera, they can see you. And it's the least consequential part of this whole meeting for you, I promise. All right? God save the Queen, man. Prescription drugs for seniors, no matter what their cost. 2, 10, 12, 15. Oops, stepping on a. It's black. Anyway.
Don't jump.
Promises. Yes, he said don't jump.
Okay, does Joe Biden have a brother? I'm lucky I have 2 younger brothers. I'm the oldest of 3, and I've got a sister who's the love of my life. I see him.
Yeah.
And we also have don't jump. We need you. This notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. The percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not without electoral and or political, or maybe precise, not and or political. What a stupid son of a bitch.